Welcome to the Soul Vision Podcast. I am your host, Sherrod Cohen. Today, we're going to talk about the ugly truth or beautiful lie and why you can't empower women by attempting to appease them through pandering. Now, you ask, hey, what is pandering? Let's look it up. Let's check what pandering is. See, if you pander to someone or to their wishes, you do everything they want, often to get some advantage of yourself. So what happens is a lot of time is you have men, especially black men out here, pandering to black women, telling them, hey, nothing you do is your fault. Everything you do, have done, going through in life is the fault of a black man, fault of the black man. I've heard some dudes actually say that black women are more important than black men, which is it's some dumb shit. Let's just call it what it is. It's dumb as hell because black men and black women are here to not compete with one another, but we should be cooperating with one another. We should be working together to balance one another off. But when you get these dudes out here that's pandering, to get more views, get more likes, get whatever they get, I mean, they'll tell you anything to get you on their team. Now, let's talk about appeasement. And appeasement is to pacify or placate by acceding to someone's demand. So, that's what happens a lot of times when beta males, who are men that feel overly obligated to pander to women in an attempt to appease them by gaslighting or blowing smoke up their asses while claiming to empower them. These cats are usually the ones that benefited from being upgraded by a woman due to their inability to get it on their own. These men tell women they are not at fault for any of the situations that they are currently going through in their lives. And that's not the dictionary's definition of it. That's my shit. That's what I feel a beta male is. He's not necessarily a punk, but when it comes to women getting anything from women, he will say or do anything to get something out of it. Put it that way, something out of it. He will do anything, Now we talk about ugly truths, beautiful lies. And what are they? The ugly truth is, people normally say that, hey, when you're trying to empower folks or when you're trying to do X, Y, and Z for folks, they got to feel good about what you're saying to them, which is a lie, because a lot of times the truth does hurt. A lot of times if you're really truly being honest to somebody and they ask you a question about how do they look, hey, for instance, hey, your woman comes up to her man, a woman goes up to her man and says, hey, baby, how do I look in this dress? I mean, hey, if it doesn't look right, he should say, baby, that's not flattering on you. Looks like you're bloated, looks like you're weight. Whatever it is he says, it may hurt her feelings, but guess what? Would it hurt more that he told her that, that don't look flattering on you, or she gets out in public and then have, how y'all women are with one another. Oh man, y'all will go in on her. The next thing you know, you snap pictures of her. She's all over the internet as a meme, So that's the thing. That's the thing. We're out here pandering and attempting to appease women by lying to them. Well, not me, but these dudes out here. So like I said, you have the ugly truth, which Kevin Samuels a lot of times represented, and may he rest in peace. And then you have Derek Jackson, who represents the beautiful lie. He tell you what y'all want to hear. It's not that he's telling you the right thing, but he's telling you what you want to hear. He's telling you, oh man, everything is the man's fault and it's never your fault. Not that you chose the wrong man to have kids with. No, none of that. It's all a man's fault. But guess what? I ain't mad at Derek for pimping y'all. I'm not mad at Derek for, doing what men like him do. Hey, they want the two P's, pesos and pussy. So that's what he's getting. This dude get to pimp y'all, get y'all money, play on his wife, the whole 9 yards, come back and y'all fall right in line in love with him again. So y'all love the beautiful lie because he tells you guys what you want to hear. Kevin Samuels, he gave you basically his opinion or his preference or the opinions and preferences of the men that he spoke to about the women they want to date. And so when you women get on his platform and start saying, oh, no, you're arguing with him. No, I'm not average, this, and that, and the other. Well, in his eyes and to the eyes of many of those men that follow him, you are average. It's just point blank. You are average in their eyes. Not that you have to be average in your own eyes, because if you were comfortable in the skin that you in, it wouldn't matter what Kevin Samuels or anybody else says, as long as you are comfortable in your skin. That's just how it goes. Not everybody's going to look at you and think that you are marriage material, girlfriend material, anything to be totally dealt with on a serious level. To some people, you're just a piece of ass, and that's just how life goes. You know, life is not this kumbaya moment every time you turn around with holding hands and singing, you know, songs that make us all feel good. That's just not how life works. You know, so sometimes you have to hear the ugly truth instead of the beautiful lie. And depending on which one you want to hear, basically tells a lot about your maturity level. Now, like I said, Kevin Samuels passed away. A lot of women out here, man, really just dancing on his grave, you know, celebrating the fact that he died. And if a person's death, just from him saying, you know, if a person's death makes you feel good because he pissed you off from things he said, then you need a lot more healing than just going on his show and asking, what you need to do to get a high value man. You need a lot of help. You are a very sick individual, to be totally honest with you, you know. And for me to hear people do podcasts and things of that nature, and, you know, in one breath, they'll say, oh no, he, you know, rest in peace to him and this and that and the other. And then they'll turn around, and a lot of people, you know, I could safely assume that a lot of people never even saw a full Kevin Samuels podcast. You know, Kevin Samuels, you know, if you look at it, you know, when he was talking about men going in on men, it was all cool. You never really even heard about a Kevin Samuels. But then when he made that one remark that he went super viral on, now all of a sudden he's the enemy, he's the devil and all this and that. He's triggering, and my emotions are this and this and this and this and this. Well, why the hell are you listening to him? It doesn't make sense. What the fuck do you get out of listening to an individual that's going to trigger you? Why the fuck are you listening to him? It doesn't make sense. So you're going to sit here knowingly listen to a dude that's going to say something that's going to trigger your little emotions. You motherfuckers are just a glutton for punishment. that's the whole thing. You are people that probably get off on punishment and shit like that. Because if this man is telling someone that called into his platform, you know, that they're average and this and that and the other, based on what he's heard from other men that make X amount of dollars, how are you trying to tell him he's wrong for saying it? And, you know, and if you really listen to him and how he spoke to these folks, it's not like he came off the rip saying, oh, you're fat, next. He didn't. You know, it was a normal conversation back and forth. And I think a lot of you women, when y'all called on there, you were all basically trying to call to get your 15 minutes of fame of, oh, I was the one that tripped Kevin up. I was the one that made him look stupid. And y'all come over there with some dumb shit to say, and it didn't work in your favor. You know, so you all are just better off listening to Derek Jackson and men that sound like him. That's what you guys need. Because telling you all the truth is not something that you want to hear if it's not something that makes you feel good. You know, I like Derek Jackson just for the simple fact he proves my point about how silly some of you all are, how stupid some of you all are, to be totally truthful. You know, Derek Jackson goes out there, tells you all these things, you know, while he's sitting in front of the little chick, how he just banged. That's not his wife. He telling you, all the things that you should not allow a man to do that's doing the things that he's doing. I like the dude, man. This dude is getting y'all pesos and pussy from you. And, you know, and y'all falling right in line. So, hey, I don't have any, I don't know Derek. I don't know Kevin. I don't know either one of them personally. But, hey, I dig both of them. They're both black men, you know, that was doing their thing, right? But Kevin really represented what you all hated the most. And that was a black man telling you all that y'all not the shit y'all thought y'all was. You know, he didn't sit up here and try to, you know, pussyfoot around or, hey, you need to lose weight. Hey, you need to do something with your hair. Oh, you got 27 kids and 47 fathers for him. He wasn't afraid to tell you all of this. And to be totally honest with you, the funny thing is the very same thing that you women complain about Kevin Samuel saying about these women, y'all go in on each other the same way. Y'all talk about each other the same way. If you saw, the funny thing is, y'all will look at an NBA player or whatever, and if his wife is not what you in your mind think is a dime piece, y'all go in on her, man, like hard as hell. Y'all will go in, y'all talk shit about her, the whole 9 yards. But then, right, y'all go in on her, and then y'all turn around and try to fuck her dude. You know, that's the shit that trips me out. So the very thing that Kevin Samuel said about these women, y'all will say about them too. And then y'all will take it a step further. If that dude is someone attractive to you or he got bread, y'all will go try to fuck him to get, or try to take her place. Or not take her place to the point where you want to be with him full time, but at least enough to get the money out of his pockets. That's the shit that gets me. You know, we have to get to a point in our community, our black community. We gotta stop living this lie. We got these myths going on in our community that we pass on from generation to generation. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. It's like Donald Trump. Black community hates Donald Trump. But he represented the ugly truth about what government is. Barack Obama represents the beautiful lie. Both of these guys murdered somebody. So aren't they both murderers? You know, hey, Obama dropped he dropped so many bombs he ran out of, like over 26,000 bombs or whatever, something like that. Hey, Trump had my man knocked off or whatever, Baghdadi or whatever he is. You know, he got murders under his belt. You know, Trump says, hey, if I go as the president and shoot somebody in the face, I won't get in trouble. He just told you the truth. It's an ugly truth, but he told you the truth. Barack Obama killed a whole bunch of people. Colin Powell killed a whole bunch of people. You know, lying, going to war. But y'all loved them. And the thing is like, oh, they're black. What does that mean? You see what I'm saying? So you all like who you like, you know, based on them telling you shit that you want to hear. And a lot of times the ugly truth is what we need. And you know, the message that a person delivers, you know, is not for everybody. Some people can't handle it being direct in your face. So don't go to that person. That made no sense. If you are sensitive, it made no sense for you to call into Kevin Samuel's platform to try to get him to talk to you about getting a high value man if you're sensitive to what he may say and how he may say it. You know, that's the thing that I didn't understand. It's like, well, y'all made him bigger than what he should have been then, because you all kept calling in. You all kept going in on him. You all kept sharing his videos. It was you that created Kevin Samuel's legacy of being this dude that triggers you women out here. Y'all made him big. And the dudes that don't like him, y'all made him big. You know, I looked at a video and Derek Jackson was basically saying black women black women are justified in saying that, hey, in celebrating his death. Really? And then I think he tried to clean it up at the end, but come on, dude. A black man died. No matter if you liked him or not, he died. And you're going to celebrate it? The funny thing is this. The very same message that Kevin gives, Shahrazad Ali gives the same one. Do y'all hate her? Because she goes in. Kevin went in on both men and women. Shahrazad Ali goes in on both men and women. Both of them want us to get our act together. That's the funny thing about it. Have y'all told Shahrazad Ali, you ain't shit, you ain't this, you hate your mama? Have y'all said that to her? She doesn't deserve it being said to her, but the fact is, y'all pick and choose who y'all want to hate. And like I said, the ugly truth goes a long ways, because if you can't receive the truth in no matter what form it comes in, then your maturity level needs to be checked. A lot of you all are running around here degreed up, got a lot of money, the whole 9 yards, but y'all still have this hood rat mentality, this immature mentality about yourselves because you want to be seen as this, ooh, I'm this, I'm good, I'm great, I'm this, when in fact you're not. So all I'm saying is when it comes to the ugly truth or a beautiful lie and why you can't empower women by attempting to appease them through pandering, you need to tell the truth. You need to tell folks the truth. Flat out. I've heard men on podcasts, giving this bullshit out, about, black men need to realize that women are important or equal to or more important than black men. First of all, men and women are not fucking equal. We're not. Hell, 2 men aren't equal. Why are y'all trying to fight for something that doesn't exist? Equality among people does not exist. It's not even it's not a fact. It's a known fact that it doesn't exist. When those fools wrote that all men are created equal, they were lying. It just sounded good. Hell, not even at the time, not all white men were all equal at the same time because you had different classes. You had poor motherfuckers and you had the rich people. So that was a lie in and of itself. It just sounded good. Right? Black men, black women, we're not equal. We're not even meant to be equal. What we're meant to do is balance one another and then, help each other. We're supposed to become each other's helpmate. The thing is when you hear when you hear men out here telling women that, hey, you're flawless, you're infallible. Nothing you've ever done in life is your fault. It's the fault of a black man. It's the fault of a man. They're blowing smoke up your asses. That's what they're doing. They're fucking lying to you to get you to follow behind them, pay for their products, watch their podcasts. It's a game. You all are being used like a motherfucker and they're playing on your emotions. You're being used. You're being used to prop up dudes that don't really even give a fuck about you. Because if they gave a fuck about you, they would tell you the truth. That's the bad thing about it. People that love you, people that care for you, tell you the truth. And then reason why sometimes the truth has to be ugly because some of you motherfuckers don't like to listen to it being told to you in a nice way. Sometimes you got to just sit down with a motherfucker and like, look, stupid, this is X, Y, and Z. How many of us have spoken to our children on several occasions and say, yo, hey, clean up such and such. Hey, do such and such. And you tell them a few times and the next time, hey, yo, man, clean that shit up. Same difference when it comes to talking to women. Because the black community has to stop babying black women. We have to stop lying to black women and saying, oh, no, everything is gravy. Everything is good. Hey, it's your fault it's not your fault that, all the men that you chose, to lay up with and procreate with, left or went to jail or got murdered. It's not your fault that you denying access to a dude who wants to see his children, who wants to be. That's not your fault. That's his fault that you denied him access. See how stupid that sounds? A lot of what goes on in the black community could be just alleviated if we really just sat down and spoke the truth. Another thing that's a beautiful lie. God is going to send you a man. No, the fuck he ain't. Nope, it's not going to happen. There is no man coming from heaven. There's no man coming from your God concept. It's not going to happen. Because a lot of you motherfuckers have ugly personalities. You might be beautiful on the outside, but you got some fucked up personalities. And don't let your asses get some degrees and some zeros behind them commas and man, I'm telling you, some of y'all are fucked up and y'all need to just step back, look in the mirror. And Michael Jackson said, hey, I'm looking at the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to make a change. Some of y'all need to make a change. It's just that simple. Some of y'all need to make a change. All of us need to. We're all works in progress. We all need to improve. But in the black community, though, it's only the black man that's at fault for the demise of our community. It's not the women in our community. It's all black men. And when I hear a black man say that, like when Barack Obama got up there and spoke and said that, black men need to be fathers and this and that and the other, that asshole was debunked. Black men are not the most absentee fathers in the community. The ugly truth of it is that we have different categories. I got some categories written down on my board over here. So we have deadbeat dads. We have men that are in prison. We have men that have been murdered. We have the father that's denied, right? The man that's in prison, the murdered father, and the father that's denied. See, those three deadbeats are a byproduct of those three. So when I hear women say, oh man, I want a drug deal, I want a scammer. Oh wow. So you basically want somebody that's either going to be murdered or locked away. That's not their fault. When they knowingly go after dudes that do this shit, it's not their fault that they deny the father of their, the father of their children that want to be in the children's lives. It's not their fault that they're denying him. Hey, I don't want to be with you no more. I never wanted to be with you. Hey, we slept together. You got pregnant. I apologize. Woo, 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 woo. So I'm mad. I'm going to punish you. Are there true deadbeats out there? Hell yeah, some true deadbeat niggas out here. Fuck yeah, it is. It's some deadbeat motherfuckers out here. Okay. But that is not the majority of men out here, though. Because we have a lot of deadbeat women that have custody of the children. That's an ugly truth in our community. See, the beautiful lie is, these black women are holding it down. They're doing everything they can. Nah. The single mommy experiment has failed. That's the ugly truth. The single mommy experiment has failed. Let's talk about, and you know what? It's not even just the chicks that's out here that's always smoking weed, drinking, partying, the whole 9 yards, and on aid. It's not just them, because a lot of you women chase your careers. A lot of you women are out here saying, I got to get that money. A lot of you women say, I need my 7th degree. I need my 9th degree. All the while neglecting your children. You're providing material things to them, but you're not providing them the things that they need to succeed in life. So a lot of women, like it or not, are raising the very men they themselves would not even date. That's just the ugly truth. You'll have a woman say, hey, my son is this, and this. I raised him to be this, and that, and the other. He is a great man. But then on the other hand, you got women that'll complain about him, saying he ain't shit. So have you ever all just sat down and said, you know what, we need to talk to our sisters about, and I'm talking about black women and black women. Oh yeah, yeah. Shahrazad Ali tried to, do some shit like that, but y'all don't want to listen to her because she's not pandering to y'all. I think Ayanna Van Zant quit because y'all motherfuckers just don't listen. Y'all don't want to listen. That's the problem with the black community. We're trying to empower and uplift black women, these pandering ass niggas, these dudes. They're trying to uplift black women while diminishing the importance of the black men in our community. What happened to just lifting both simultaneously? Why not talk this out? Why not say, okay, I know we have some issues. I know these are some things we have to work out, but hey, why don't we learn to communicate instead of just talk? See, that's what's wrong. That's another thing that's wrong. We talk, we don't communicate. See, when you talk, no one listens. See, communication is when both people listen to respond in a mature manner. They listen to comprehend what's being said. Communication is when two people are talking to one another, not to prove who's right or wrong, but to resolve a conflict. Talking is when you're trying to prove who's right. See, a lot of times what goes on in the black community can be resolved if we just communicate it, right? The ugly truth of it is, they say black women say we don't feel protected. We don't feel like black men step up to us. Hey, a lot of y'all not even worth the protection that a black man can offer you. Just for the simple fact, y'all talk too much shit and you'll put a motherfucker in a situation he don't even know about. How many black men, ugly truth, how many black men are now locked up, maimed for life, handicapped, in prison, locked up in prison, maimed for life, or dead because some chick ran her fucking mouth? Case in point, young man is now dead in New York because a black girl walked in on him talking shit to him in Dunkin' Donuts. This dude he just got here, I believe they say from Jamaica. She yelling and talking about you too close, COVID and all this other bullshit. And they said the dude never responded to her. The young black man just looked at her. She leaves out, tells her boyfriend, the boyfriend around the block shoots him. Now 2 brothers are gone. That shit right there, that's like, that doesn't make any sense to me. And then brothers, hold on, y'all don't get off the hook because see, why are we listening to women we know that talk too much shit? We're supposed to be the ones that's logical about this, right? Just say your daughter or your mom or whatever, hey, you need to go handle this, whatever. But your mom and your sister and them, they talk a lot of shit. Instead of running into that situation like, yo, I'm gonna go handle this because you talk shit to my moms or whatever. Listen to the other side of the story. Learn to listen to the other side of the story. If you learn to listen to the other side of the story, man, a lot of shit can be resolved. A lot of shit can be resolved. But no, we get hot-headed because we feel like, yo, we got to go protect the black woman. Yo, the black woman can protect herself a lot better if she just keep her mouth closed sometimes. Some of these women talk too much shit. Point blank. That's the ugly truth. We don't ever want to talk about the simple fact that a lot of shit that goes on is because of black women. Is it everything? Nah, come on now. I'm not going to say that. That'll be some bullshit. That'll be a lie. But what I'm talking about is the situations that they do cause. We don't ever want to talk about that. But then everything is always the black man's fault. Oh, we don't protect black women, this and that and the other. Well, what about the black women that talk shit about us? That, hey, fuck black men. We don't need them. Fuck y'all. To be honest with you, fuck y'all. I'm not going to sit up here and put my life on the line for you and take myself away from the women in my life that need my protection. The fuck, I'm going to go ahead and try to protect you. And you don't even like me. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have respect for me. And the funny thing about black women, some, and it's not all. Trust me, I know it's not all black women that feel this way. But see, it's the ones with all the platforms. It's the one that have the biggest voices that are out here talking shit about black men. Oh, you broke, you this and that and the other. But then when you come back at their ass and you let them know, hey, well, you a fat ass. Well, you don't look good. Look at that weave. Look at your eyelashes. Look at the drawing on this and that and the other. Now all of a sudden, oh, well, you hate your mama since you're talking about black women. No, I ain't gotta hate my mama because I don't even hate you. It's just I'm looking at you and I'm seeing something that's ugly inside that's being projected outwardly. So like I said, ugly truths, beautiful lies. Which one do you prefer? Or which one do you have to have in order for you to feel good about yourself? Because there comes a time where the truth is gonna hit you in the ass one day. It's going to bite you in the ass. Wouldn't you rather be prepared for it? You got all these dudes out here blowing smoke up your asses talking about, hey, black women just if black men just get out the way and let black women lead. The fuck are you talking about? The mindset of these beta males. And when you say beta males, see a lot of times people say beta males, these some punks. Man, that ain't necessarily lame ass niggas in the regard that they can't handle their business in a scrap. But these are the dudes that when it comes to women, they trying to get some pussy. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to be seen as something other than what they truly are. These dudes a lot of times are the undesirables, but they'll pander to your ass. Or these are dudes that got some game. They got some slickery to it. They as we say, they slicker than wet shit. So they got some game about themselves. I mean, Derrick Jackson got game. This motherfucker cheated, did the motherfucking video in front of the house of the woman he cheated with, had his woman, looking homely as hell, with the bonnet on and shit, and she's just acting like, well, and then this Derrick Jackson dude just come back, he reinvented himself with the same old shit. Hey, I got respect for him because he playing the shit out of y'all and y'all falling for it. But guess what? He's telling you the beautiful lie. He's telling you all what you want to hear. Like Jeremiah said, hey, tell them what they want to hear. And that's what he's mastered. He's mastered the art of telling you all what you want to hear, not what you need to hear. And the funny thing about it is, I sit and I watch Derrick Jackson, and I sit and watch him, and I said, damn. When I first heard about Derrick Jackson, a young lady I worked with was like, hey, Sherrod, have you ever heard of this guy right here? I said, well, you need to see his videos. You need to. So okay, I listen to it because I want to hear what brothers have to say. I listened to this dude, and right off the rip, I'm like, this dude full of shit, right? He full of shit. I said, where's his wife at? Oh, he married. I said, oh, okay. I said, dude getting a lot of pussy from y'all, man. I swear to God. I said, because he got game. We can recognize that shit. I mean, if you've been out there playing the game, if you done knocked off a few yourself, you recognize the game. And I recognize and respect Derrick Jackson for his game. He getting the pesos and the pussies from y'all. But I respect him though. He in it to win it. Fell off for a minute. And y'all rolling right back with him again. Hey, much respect to Derrick Jackson for the game that he has. He mastered the art of pandering and appeasement. Got y'all. Boom. Rolling with it, making that money right back again. Hey, I ain't mad at him. I'm also not mad at Kevin Samuels. I mean, I listen to him. I don't agree 1,000% with anybody. But at the same time, I listen to what he said, and I listen to how he said it, and I listen to how he attempted to say it. Some of y'all are just overly fucking sensitive. That's all it is. That's what it boils down to. Some of y'all are overly fucking sensitive. But I don't think the women that are overly sensitive get at me more than the dudes out here that's pandering though. You know, I just, like I said, I just watch a few videos of men say some shit about Kevin Samuels, and you can tell that they really didn't actually watch like whole videos of this man. You can see it's either sound bites or what they heard women say. You know, then they come up with these little cute little sayings and shit, you know. And it's so funny to me that these are the same, you know, these guys they're married. So, you know, they pandering. And a lot of these guys, I believe, have been pulled up by their woman. You know, because these are the niggas that they lack the inability to get out here and hustle and get it on their own. So a little female stepped in, put them on, boom, 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 and brought them on up. So now they feel overly obligated to appease these women by pandering to them, you know, on a consistent basis. Hey, it is what it is. That's all I can say. It is what it is. I ain't mad at y'all, man. Y'all got to get it how you live, man. Get in where you fit in. You know, if you gotta lick boots and kiss ass to keep your position, do so, bro. That's all y'all do it. Do what makes you feel good about yourself. If pandering and appeasing women is what makes your dick hard in the morning, fuck it, do it. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, if you're truly trying to empower women, why not empower the counterparts to it so that those women that's being empowered have an empowered man that rolls with them, that can protect them, love them, procreate with them. So that, you know, women are not out here feeling like, oh, there's no black man out here on our level. That's some funny shit in and of itself too. Oh, you know, we make a lot of money and these black men don't make a lot. Yeah, whatever. A lot of you all have a lot of money, but you still have that hood radicus inside you. You still got that hood rat virus in you, you know, and degrees, money. What good are those things if your personality is fucked up? An ugly truth is, a lot of women have a lot of shit that they could bring to the table. That's why I say, I tell all men, don't ask a woman what she could bring to the table. Ask her what is she willing to share at the table. Because a lot of these women are not willing to share anything that they have when they come to the table. So those are the women that brothers shouldn't even be interested in the first place. If you're not trying to come to the table with something, 50%, you know, women get triggered by the 50%, the arbitrary 50%. To be honest with you, I don't think that most men really even give a damn about, you know, what percentage you pay in the house or whatever you do. Woo, woo, woo. I think most men feel like, yo, do you have my back? If shit happens with me, can I count on you? Because when you hear a woman say, I want a man to pay for everything, what the fuck are you going to do? Hell, a lot of women that's saying this shit, y'all are beyond childbearing age. So sitting at the crib with the kids and all this shit, that ain't an option. So a lot of y'all past childbearing age. So what the fuck are you doing all day while dude out there busting his ass? What are you doing to contribute to the household? You know, when you speak to a bunch of brothers and whatnot, and they on their game, they on their shit, and they about, you know, hey man, I'm out here getting mine. So the woman I fuck with, she gonna have to be able to do something too. It ain't necessarily 50%, because when you enter a relationship, the ugly truth of that motherfucker is it ain't 50-50. That's it 100-100. And if you can't put in 100% of everything that you got in a relationship, then don't even enter into the relationship. I mean, that's just common sense. You know, a man wants to know if I fall down, you got my back until I get back up. A lot of y'all can't. You know, a lot of y'all women, The only thing y'all bringing to the motherfucking table is a lot of bunch of used pussy and a bunch of badass kids and some drama. That's what y'all bringing. Hey, brothers don't want that. Hell, they already been through that with their children's mothers. A lot of them. So they're looking for somebody that has peace, love, harmony. Somebody like to laugh, man. Somebody like to, have fun. A lot of y'all women get out here, man, and y'all in this constant mode of chasing money. I remember a brother asked on a post, what is an attractive thing that women do that's not sexual? A lot of brothers was, okay, hey, I like when, we sitting around the crib chilling, conversation with who. And my thing was, hey, I love women. I love to be with a woman that can talk about anything other than chasing the bag and getting another degree, right? So then I had this young lady come at me like, well, what's wrong with chasing, getting money and talking about education? What do you want to talk about? The Real Housewives of Atlanta and how, whatever, basketball wise. I was going to answer her dumbass, but it was like, you know what? Why the fuck should I even entertain this shit? Because obviously common sense and logic was not the thing that helped her answer that question. I just said, hey, can we talk about something other than? Does she have that ability to talk about something other than? See, ugly truth. A lot of women are too emotional to even think logically. Now, are there women out there that's on their A game? Of course there is. I'd be a lie to say that it wasn't. Are there a lot of women out there that's on their A game that's full of shit? Of course it is. Are there brothers out there that's full of shit? Yeah, sure it is. You know what I'm saying? See, the ugly truth of the matter is we are both responsible for the demise of the black community. We are both responsible for bringing it back to its glory or beyond what we known in the past. That blaming each other, it just does not make sense. The finger point, you did this, you did, okay, well, we all do shit. We all done shit. We need to get rid of these pandering ass niggas, man, and stop listening to these niggas that's in your head telling you you're infallible, black woman, you're infallible. Nothing you do is wrong. I swear to you. Yeah, all the while, the motherfuckers, get, like I say, hitting you up for the PNP, the pesos, and the putty tat. They tearing y'all asses up, but y'all want to listen to the beautiful lie. So I'm going to end this, my little rant or whatnot, and then I appreciate all those that listen to the Soul Vision podcast. This is my reboot. Hey, man, like, share, and subscribe because there's going to be a lot more hot topics coming to you. This shit going to be uncut and raw. We're not pandering to any motherfucker. We're not pandering to men or women. It's like we just basically going to tell the truth. We're going to talk about all types of different shit. Hey, and as you can see, hey, there's no filter. And that's the ugly truth about it. There's no filter. So if you get triggered easily by profanity, if you get triggered easily by somebody telling you that black women ain't all the cat's meow, all of you all are not the cat's meow or whatever, some of y'all just ain't shit. Some of you brothers don't like the fact that I say that about women. Some of you brothers don't like the fact that I talk about niggas out here that's doing dirty, dumb shit to motherfuckers. And don't listen to this shit. I'm just straight out here on some shit that I just want to see all our folks come together, empower each other. If we can't do that, then we are responsible for the demise of our own communities. Let's stop blaming the white man for this shit. Let's stop blaming him if we can't even get our shit together with one another. enough to even put up a fight against anything. So, like I said, man, like, share, subscribe, man. You know, if y'all want to hear some real content, unfiltered, man, just straight in your face type shit, holla at me. Soul Vision Podcast. Peace out.